Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan, and today we'll be discussing the Texas A&M football schedule for the 2023 season. Last year, and the best way to say it, was a very disappointing year for Texas A&M. Very bad year, even made them question the idea of what a guaranteed contract was. Talking about Jimbo Fisher, 10-year, $95 million deal. Jimbo Fisher's under a lot of pressure this year, but one thing about last year that was very interesting is that Texas A&M had two big faults. One, their offense was very bad. Their offense was not productive to the slightest bit. So like their defense would not have would have some bad games, but not many. And then their offense couldn't score. And because of that, they had a lot of close games that they could not win. One again, I remember two specific ones that their offense just could not score in, and especially important times. One was against Alabama when they failed to score on their last drive at the 2-yard line, and maybe had the worst 2-yard play call in the history of football. Yes, over the Seahawks one. And then you have a one against Auburn that you scored like 13 points. You can score. It's Auburn. Score. And then those are the main ones that come to mind. But the help that you got Bobby Petrino coming in. Hopefully that'll help out. And he's had some good success before with a lot of different teams. And also have Connor Wigman. Doesn't look half bad. Doesn't look great. He had a pick in the spring game. He had some good plays, but he doesn't look like anything special, in my opinion. But you also have one of the best receivers in the country, especially in the SEC, Evan Stewart. He's one of the best receivers in the country. So I think he can make a good play. And also they have a very good run game. At least they use the running backs a lot. The run game isn't like top tier, but it's pretty good. They use a lot of running backs. They have three main guys. I liked all three of them, especially watching them in the spring game, which I'll name off real quick. I like Ruben Owens. I think he was very good. I like Amari Daniels. He was also pretty good. And then he had Le'Veon Moss. I liked how he played in that game. In the spring game, I like how these guys played. But you don't have 8-Chain anymore. He went in the draft. That's going to be a big thing for them. So hopefully they can get back to where they're supposed to be running wise if you're an A&M fan. But yeah, let's get started with the schedule. First up, you're at home versus New Mexico. You're going to beat New Mexico, so good start. Then you're going to Miami. Last year you beat Miami at home. Another not a good offense performance, but good job defensively holding Miami to 9 points. I think this will be a little bit more of a higher scoring game it'll be more points than that one. I guess around the 20s, closer for both teams. I'd still got A&M winning this one. Even though it's at Miami, I got Texas A&M winning this one. Then you're playing UL Monroe. You're going to beat UL Monroe. So you're starting off the year 3-0. Then you're at home versus Auburn. I'm kind of high on Auburn a little bit, but I think A&M can actually bounce back, especially last year. If their offense is a little bit better, not much, just a little bit better, their team will play a lot better overall. Their wins will show from it. So I got A&M winning this one. So you're 4-0 so far. Can't ask for anything better. Genuinely perfect. Then you're going to play Arkansas in AT&T Stadium. Last year, you made a lot of big plays. Main one that's talked about the most, KJ Jefferson fumbling. A&M picked it up, handed the ball off to the corner, the other guy, and then they ran it for a touchdown. 14-point swing. Very close game overall. Very fun game to watch. But I think this year, because of those mistakes Arkansas made last year, gave A&M just a way better chance to win, and they've still barely won. I don't think Arkansas makes those same mistakes. I got Arkansas winning this one, so this is the first L of the year for Texas A&M. It makes Jerry Jones happy. And then you're at home versus Alabama. This is a really tough stretch. At home versus Alabama. You know, last time when he played at A&M, Alabama played at A&M, it actually A&M won. They went off a game-winning field goal. Barely went in, but you still won. And then last year, you almost beat Alabama, but again, the worst goal line call I think I've ever seen. And again, I've watched Seahawks not run the ball. This one was arguably worse than that. A 2-yard comeback route out of bounds, not even in the end zone. I don't know what they were thinking. But I think this run game for Alabama will be too much. I think Alabama's defense can improve. and I think they'll be able to guard the secondary well enough and be able to fill in the box well enough that A&M just cannot score. So I got Alabama winning this one. Also, last year, Alabama made a lot of those mistakes. And with Milroe, I think Milroe will not make those same mistakes. He just needs to get more familiar with the game, the team. So he was kind of just throwing in there. When Bryce Young got hurt, he kind of got thrown in there, made a lot of mistakes. He won't make those same mistakes. I got Bama beating A&M. And then A&M, you're going to Neyland to play Tennessee. That is arguably the toughest environment to play in the whole SEC. I'd probably say the most tough is at Neyland Stadium. I think Joe Milton and Tennessee's offense will be too electrifying. I think they will just not run through, but I got them beating I got Tennessee beating A&M. So I got A&M dropping a third game in a row. Then you're at home versus South Carolina. I'm high on South Carolina. I think Spencer Rattler can do pretty good. I think he can. I think he's been very good. I like the receiving core. I think their defense can improve a little bit. South Carolina's, but against A&M, your defense does not have to be great to beat them. That showed a lot. That showed a lot last year. So especially with that 8-chain, who's their best player, I'd say on the offensive side, you got to get the ball to Evan Stewart, but you got to be able to throw it to him. So this game I tested out because against Tennessee they're going to throw a lot, and against South Carolina they're going to throw a pretty good amount. I think South Carolina will win this game. Could be close, but I got A&M dropping another one. And then you're going to Ole Miss. I think Judkins, there's going to be too much for them. I think A&M has a pretty good rush defense, but Judkins just looks so good overall. I think Ole Miss is going to beat A&M. So A&M, you're like on a 5-game losing streak. And if you think this is crazy, you went on a 6-game losing streak last year. So it's not as crazy because you saw it happen. And then you're at home versus Mississippi State. I think this is an absolute must-win game for Texas A&M. I think they will beat Will Rogers and Mississippi State. I think they will beat them. They got beat bad last year against them. They get their revenge. They'll beat them this year. Then you're playing Austin, I think ACU, Austin Christian University, something like that. I got A&M winning this one. So you're bowl eligible at least. And then you're at LSU. Last time he played at LSU was against Ed Orgeron. That was his last game as a coach there. And LSU barely won that game. I saw that live. That was a fun way to end it off. So I think that more like that will happen. I don't think Brian Kelly is going to randomly retire. No. I think LSU is going to win. I think Harold Perkins, I think he just can control a game easily. I think Mason Smith is a very good player. I got LSU winning this one, so I got A&M going 6-6 on the year. And again, somewhat of a disappointing year, definitely. But if you look at the schedule, outside the first 4 games, all these are teams that you're almost going to guarantee lose to, or you're going to have a tough fight to win. So, like, the 2 teams I could definitely see you beating, possibly, is South Carolina and Ole Miss. I don't think you're going to beat Arkansas. I think Arkansas has the best quarterback in the SEC. With KJ Jefferson. If he's healthy, they will win. I think Rocket Sanders and KJ Jefferson is going to be very good. I like how the options showed in their spring game. I think that'll show up a lot. So that's why I think Arkansas is going to win. I think their defense will improve a little bit. So yeah, you're not beating Tennessee or Alabama. You have a chance to beat Ole Miss, but I think Ole Miss will make the right decisions, especially at Ole Miss. I think Lane Kiffin will be too much for them. And then South Carolina A&M is generally a toss-up. But I still got South Carolina winning this one. So I got A&M going 6-6 on the year. Nothing offensively really impresses me. I think Bobby Petrino could change some things around, but not enough for them to make a huge, huge jump. But yeah, hope you all have a great day. Stay safe. Hit the like button if you like the video. Subscribe. Hey, love the support recently. We got a couple more subscribers. Thank y'all for that. Love y'all. And yeah, comment whatever you want. Talk about A&M. Talk about whatever you want. And yeah, I hope you have a great day. Stay safe, y'all. And God bless y'all.